Hello everyone, my name is Cameron. Welcome to, I guess, what's kind of studio update number 2. Last time I showed you guys how the air is starting to look, and you guys can kind of see some stuff in the back there that's not really stocked. A few statues. Give me a second. Sorry about that. Hook's losing his mind. He's kind of in his cage right now because he's not allowed to be outside the cage if no one's up there awake. Which I know must sound pretty bad, but he's having an issue with going outside right now, and it kind of keeps him from chewing on things, and it keeps him from going to the bathroom on pretty much mostly my bed in the kitchen floor. But yeah, so last episode I showed you guys that everything's kind of done, it's been moved around a bit. Dimensions have been taken for the entire space. Yesterday. So right now it's kind of up in the air of if there's going to be videos on Friday, or if there's going to be a WWE video on Friday, I should say. Hook yesterday chewed through the cable for my extended storage device, my 2 terabyte. 1 second. This, my WD Elements 2 terabyte external storage device I got for my PS4 in 2017. And basically, I forgot what the cord looked like, and went to the store to go try to find the cord. Got what I thought would work, like a a multi switch out sort of USB to USB sort of thing. I was hoping to get, because I thought it was 2 male USB ports, which if you guys don't know how to tell what an electrical male and female is, a male USB would be the one you plug into something, and a female USB would be the thing that gets plugged into. So if you look at a phone adapter, what's plugging in to actually go to the charger part of your phone is the male, and what's getting the adapter itself is basically the female. I thought that's how it was. I was wrong. It is not. It's actually a much different cord. Had I gone to Walmart looking for the right cord, I may have found it. I didn't. I went looking for the wrong thing. I didn't feel like going all the way back to Walmart to go try to look again. So I ordered one off of Amazon. It's supposed to be here by Friday at 9 p.m. By 9 p.m. Friday by 9 p.m., which is typically what they give you is this day by 9 p.m. Or at least that's what I normally get when I use my Prime. Hopefully it will be here before I go to work, so I can have it set up and ready before I get home. If not, then it's going to be unboxed, plugged in, and hooked up. It shouldn't format or anything. It's still the same exact thing I already have, so there's no formatting should be necessary. Hopefully at least there's no formatting necessary, because if there is, that's going to suck. And then it'll hopefully be able to record properly, and I'll be able to get straight into the video, upload it, and have it done. But now what this is onto, so I bought some command hooks from Walmart when I went up there, and I bought some zip ties. The zip ties are in this bag because I spilled something on the actual bag, and it was just, I didn't want to have to touch the nasty bag, so I was like, alright, I'll just take them out of the bag and put them into a Ziploc bag. So yeah, I've got some extra zip ties, which I'm going to use for some things, most specifically the computer. And I've got some command hooks, which are basically just going to be used to hang stuff up around the whole sort of area. Like, not really posters, but like just random stuff from the loot crates that I've gotten so that I can hang it up. I'm going to get like I keep saying pegboard. It's not a pegboard. It's a bulletin board. Bulletin board. That's what I was looking for in the last video. I'm going to get a bulletin board. It's probably going to go up on that wall. I think I'm going to get 2. I'm going to get one, which is specifically going to be used to hang like a very big one, maybe, that will go on one of the walls. That will be used to probably hang most of the posters and stuff. And I'm going to get another smaller one, which will be used for the pins and the buttons and such like that. I've talked about this already in detail. I'm going to get carpets and stuff for the floor so it can reduce a bit of the echo. I also talked about how many bookshelves I can fit in here. I don't know if I'm going to do 4 or 3 yet. The thing is, if I do 3, it means I can space them out a bit differently, and I could probably put a few smaller shelves in between and have a bit more storage. Which is nice, because if there's anything that needs to be stored in something, I can have like stuff like this over here, this little white shelf I have over there. I can have a few of those just kind of sitting there for storage for anything I might need, whether it be something for the channel or just something for downstairs in general. What else was I saying? My dog is losing his fucking marbles up there. I'm going to get something for him down here too. Some sort of area for him to kind of run around. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I don't want him really around in the actual area. Again, because of the issue of him going inside and also chewing on cords constantly. I don't want him chewing on anything important. But I kind of want something for him down here so that way if I'm down here for a long period of time, I have my dog with me. If I'm rendering videos, editing videos, or recording something, that way he doesn't have to be alone. Yeah, he's losing his mind up there. Oh, and I gotta itch my fucking foot real quick. So yeah, I'm gonna get more command hooks because I don't want to use these ones for the bulletin boards. I want to get some smaller ones that are more like actual hooks, less like this. They're not really like this. They're like traditional hanging hook sort of things, which I'll probably get for the bulletin boards so that way they can be hung a little bit differently because they should work a bit better. I can't tell if that's Hook moving stuff or if that's Jesse getting up to try showing him up. So this is what life is like with an 8-week-old puppy. Give me a sec. Oh, I completely lost my train of thought now. God damn it. I remember what I was talking about because my dog is distracting the hell out of me. Fuck. And he's starting to whine again. Big shock. Let's see. So I'm thinking I have an area mapped out for how I want to space everything right now. So desk's going to be over there. I have the dimensions of the desk. I don't have my tape measure down here with me though, so that kind of sucks. Give me a sec. Alright, there we go. Got the measurements for the desk. That was some acrobatic ass shit I had to do too because marking things down with a tape measure and also trying to make sure that you have it like actually marked at the right spot with one person is very difficult. Okay, so that red line, and they're not the same level, but it doesn't need to be. This is just so I can show you guys exactly where they're at. And that red line, so from there to about like there-ish is where the corner piece is going to be. And then from that red line there to this blue line is the long piece of the desk, which is where the computer will maybe be set up. I don't know. The shorter piece is the one that has the keyboard, but I kind of might set it on that one. I'm not sure yet. And then from this red mark to this blue mark is where the shorter side of the desk goes. Which is, again, like I said, the side with the keyboard. I'm actually getting a different desk than I was initially going to get, because the other desk was only 21 inches long on both sides, so I was like, what's the point in that? It's not going to be a lot of space, and I wanted something that's a little bit bigger. And if I wanted that to be bigger, I would have had to have gotten the first desk and then ordered another of the exact same desk, so I had a much bigger desk. But I was like, I really don't want to do that right now because the money's kind of a tight situation. So instead, I'm just going to get one desk that's $10 cheaper for, you know, a bit of a bigger size. Basically, I would have had to spend like $199, $200 for two of the desks to make it longer. But instead, I'm spending $89.99 to make this, just to get a one longer desk right now. Which, again, might be updated later in the future to a bigger desk, which might be that desk I was initially going to get times 2. So, yeah. I also want to show you guys what the inside of the PC looks like. I was going to do this in the last video and ended up not doing it for whatever reason. So, let me move the command hooks and the zip ties, and then I'll show you guys what the PC looks like real quick. Okay, so you guys are getting a lot of this POV today, sorry. So this is what it looks like right now with the motherboard and the graphics card inside of it. You got the fan up here connected. I did wire everything in. Don't worry, that's not how my wiring is going to look in the future. It's going to be much nicer. It's going to be much cleaner. I just did this as sort of a current time frame thing to have it kind of designed as to what's this going to look like on the inside. And as you can see, this is a beefy-ass graphics card. This is the graphics card from the back of the PC. 3 PCI slots. 3 are taken up by that monstrosity, by that behemoth And I don't think I could put a second one of the same graphics card. If I got the exact same graphics card, I wouldn't be able to put a second one of it in there because it would be too big to go in there. I'm pretty sure my power supply might go a little bit up to the top of this, to where a little bit above maybe, potentially. It should be around the same size, but it's probably going to be a little bit big, so I don't think I'd be able to fit the second graphics card in there in any real way. I'm going to move these zip ties into that bag. I'm just going to take the rest of the stuff out as well. We got my PCI, my one PCI lock, which I might take the next PCI lock down off and then screw that into it so that way it's on there because I have the room for it. Which, yeah. I know, the graphics card feels a little wobbly, which kind of scares me. But I think it's just because there's nothing really, you know what I mean, there's not anything below it or anything like that holding it in. It's a massive fucking thing. Like, it's huge. And then the motherboard is very nice looking. It's very crisp, very clean. Again, nothing's set in stone of where everything's gonna be cabled. I'm gonna do the cable management much nicer when I'm done with it. But this is just, I have the cables out of the way so I can see everything. And have everything cabled in, just to have it cabled in so I can see what it looks like. Next, we are getting the power supply, and we're going to plug it in. I decided to go for a 700 watt Thermaltake power supply, which Thermaltake's the same people that make the chassis I'm using. The reason I decided to go for a 700 watt, I could get away with a smaller watt. I don't need a whole lot to run the graphics card. I think it's like $450 for just the graphics card. But I'm going for the 700 watt to kind of counteract everything else that's going to be in this as well, because I'm sure everything else is going to kind of make it a little bit more extensive to what it needs. I hope that I don't ever have to update the power supply, but if I do, I will. But 700 watts should give me enough for the proper time, for the time being, as power. And then we're going to get some more, we're going to get storage and stuff, I think. After that, I want to get my PC, my actual CPU, and get it put in and set up so that way it's done and there, and on the actual PC. I think getting the CPU next would be a good idea for the simple reason of I don't have to worry about the CPU in the future, you know what I mean? Once it's on there, it's on there. Or once it's here, you know what I mean? And yeah, so let's kind of give you guys a small tour of what the space kind of looks like right now after the last one. So for starters, this entire corner over here is now cleaned out. This is the corner, that corner, from what my plan is right now, is where the mini fridge is going to go. I'm going to have the mini fridge in that corner, so it's kind of right next to the opening of where I'm going to be going in and out of the room most of the time. And I have it just kind of set up so that way I can have the mini fridge there, plugged in, nice and done. There's going to be, right now I'm planning 2 splitters. One behind the bookshelves and one over there. The one for behind the bookshelves will be for some type of lighting over the bookshelves. Maybe something hanging like right around here and going over to light it. Nothing too fancy, just something to kind of have some light for the bookshelves. That's what I'm hoping for. I want something easy and simple. It's probably not what's going to happen. It's probably going to be difficult as hell for what I need to do to light the entire bookshelves. But hopefully I can find something easy to put up there and make it nice. But yeah, so one's going to go behind that and it's going to hopefully be able to run all that power. The second one is going to, you guys can't see where it's going to go right now, but behind that box, I believe, let me make sure. Yes, behind that box there is an outlet. I want to make sure that there is an outlet back there before I just immediately planned for there to be an outlet back there because that was sucked. I'm hoping one splitter can fit everything. There's a chance it's not going to be able to. And my nearest one to that side, if I want to plug the mini fridge into something else, is behind my washer and dryer, which is a bit of a distance away. So hopefully the one splitter should be able to hold everything I need down here. I'm going to have, and this is my plan, what I'm going to have in that area is a single desk light and desk lamp both plugged in, so that way I have lighting on myself and a little bit of residual lighting on the bookshelves in the back, so that way if I'm doing any face videos, I have a nice even sort of lighting, not this two-face sort of light and dark lighting that I have currently. A fan, so that way if I need to be cooled down while I'm recording or anything, I have it. That's the other reason the drinks are down here, because it gets super fucking hot down here in the summer. I might get a portable heater down here at some point, but typically in the winter when you have the heat cranking, the vents heat it very nicely, especially since it's going to be a small area. In that case, the fan will then be moved down towards the desktop and blasted on that. That is where the tiny desk will go in the winter. When the heat's on, it will be going down and blasting on the desktop so it can cool it down as much as possible. Then I'll have a phone charger so I can charge my phone. I'm probably going to need more than one splitter. Unless I just get like a beefy splitter for this side and then maybe another beefy one for that side too. And then I'm going to have a laptop charger because I will have the access to my laptop down here as well. It will be used for anything that needs to be... If there's something that I have a spreadsheet for on my laptop, I will make sure I have the access to said spreadsheet while I'm recording anything down in the basement. Then obviously the computer will be plugged into it. I'm going to try not to plug the mini fridge into it because I've had bad history with plugging splitters into... or mini fridges in the splitters and stuff like that before into splitters. So I'm going to try to avoid plugging the mini fridge into it as much as I can. If need be, then I will. I think at the moment, that's all I plan to plug into it. I'm saying at the moment because I feel like I'm gonna end up needing to plug something into it. But at the moment, all I plan to plug into it is that. I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's all I'm planning to plug into it. And then the PC, because I know a lot of you are probably wondering what the timetable is looking like for this. Well, next we are buying the power supply, which will then be fitted in so it can kind of be set up. Because I want the power supply in there and sitting in there so that way I know it's set up properly. Everything else looks like it's set properly. I'm going to get that off there very soon. Just give me one sec, guys. Okay, I do in fact have it in the sturdiest way it can possibly be sitting up there. So while I'm still nervous, it's going to fall. Yeah, I'm just going to sit there. So we're going to hit the power supply next, which will then be potentially hooked up. I'm not sure yet. I don't know if I want to hook everything up and then have to go back through and just unplug everything. So I might just, once the power supply gets here, just set it in there or set it next to it or something and just leave it there and then hook it up when I hook it up, when I actually fully build the PC. Because when you guys see me when I fully build this PC, you guys will see it on live stream and everything will be taken out of it so that way it can be properly plugged in. Maybe live stream. I don't know yet. Then, like I said, we are getting the CPU, not PCU, CPU to put in. I don't know what I'm getting at. I was initially going to get an Intel, I think 5-core or 4-core, something, quad-core or 5-core, something like that. But now, as of right now, the one I was going to get is not available from the seller I was going to get it from, and looks like wherever I buy it from is going to be more expensive than what it was initially going to be. So don't know if I'm still getting an Intel for that. I might get an AMD Ryzen. There's a few good ones from their website that look pretty decent price, so I'm like, okay, I can get a big, like, 8-core, I think is what I saw, for like $150, which isn't too bad. I'm like, you know what? If it's 8 cores and it's $150, I'm sold. And then, obviously, after that, I'm going to get some thermal paste, because while some does come with that, I want to have some extra just in case I need it. You know, if I ever have to do any work on the PC, replace the fan or anything like that for the CPU cooling, I'm going to need more thermal paste to place onto it. Then, once that's done, I'm going to get the storage, which I want to say I'm getting 2 terabyte hard drives. I might be getting 4 terabyte hard drive. I don't remember. But I'm getting something terabyte hard drive, so it's a lot of space. And then after that's done, it's going to be getting the RAM and stuff like that. I think after that, it's basically just a matter of putting it together and then getting everything set up for it. Oh, and the keyboard and all that stuff, but that stuff's going to come later. But I'm running out of time in this video, so that's going to do it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed. Stay golden. Peace.